You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone in here.
In Hampton.
And the opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Ball is in the air, and we're underway. Newton controls the opening tip, has a run-out layup that's no good, and it's rebounded by Reagan Van Wyk for Pella. The opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. So Newton misses a shot. Pella gets the rebound, goes down the other way, turns it over. Now the Lady Dutch get another rebound, and Pella has the ball about 30 seconds into the game.
Nicely low indicator how this one's going to go. We're pushing the tempo pretty fast already, but
Anna Vanderwall has it up high for the Lady Dutch. Now Madison Negg swings it into the right corner for Faith Deers. Screen and roll with Negg down on the low block and pounds it in for two, and Pella strikes first.
Nice position by Negg. This is a zone we're in against. We like to do that, get a little high-low action going there. Good position and put in.
So it's 2-0 in favor of the Little Dutch. Trevor Castle and John Holterhouse are with you from live inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIAKRLS.com. Shot by Newton is no good. Rebound is tracked down on the baseline. Second chance opportunity for the Cardinals. Reynolds misses, and it's another rebound for Reagan Van Wyk. She has 3 early boards, and as she brings it up the floor, a riding foul is called on Reynolds of the Cardinals.
Yeah, one offensive rebound given up by us right there. That's one thing. Newton has traditionally been a strong rebounding team, and both of these teams have been. So see who wins that battle tonight.
Yeah, in fact, they're very even on the season. Pella averages 36 rebounds a game. Newton averages 34 rebounds a game, and both of those are pretty big numbers on a per-game average.
Yep, they are, and that's not unusual for either team, actually, so it'll be a big battle for that tonight.
Pella booting it around a little bit on the offensive end, but keeps possession. Now Reagan Van Wyk, baseline right, gets it tied up, held ball, Pella ball. For those of you that haven't listened to a Newton game in the past or don't quite remember, check that Newton ball. Yeah, it should be Pella ball on the arrow. Newton won the opening tip. And in fact, the arrow is clearly pointing towards Pella, and for some reason the officials wanted to give Newton the ball. Our broadcast location is in the corner, so we're looking right down the baseline, which right now is the Newton offensive baseline. So even though we say the Lady Dutch are moving from left to right, they're really moving from near to far. Here's Peterson, nice post move, can't finish, and a rebound controlled by Callahan for Newton. 2-zip Pella, minute 40 gone by.
Yeah, those shots in the paint are a few of those that we missed the other night against Ankeny that could have maybe got us over the edge there, so got to put those in.
Three-pointer from the top of the key, no good, and the vacuum Reagan Van Wyk for her 4th rebound. Nearly traveled as she crossed the timeline into Negg. Spin move from the left side, no good, and a rebound controlled again by Callahan for the Cardinals.
Nice aggressive move there by Negg, just couldn't quite finish it.
Lid is on the basket other than Madison Negg's one post move for Pella. It's 2-0 Lady Dutch. Newton's three-pointer, no. Rebound, guess who? Reagan Van Wyk. She's got all 5 Pella rebounds in this game.
Reagan going for a record tonight or something.
Boy, well, if Pella averages 36 and she gets all of them, John, I reckon that'd be a record.
I think so.
2-zip Pella, back cut, Vanderwall wide open, and she misses a bunny. Rebounded by Van Wyk, loose on the floor. Kick out to Deers. Inside drive by Faith. Ball's loose on the floor. Held ball going to Newton. And, well, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, John, the Lady Dutch just can't buy a basket.
Well, I tell you what, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Let's just do the things we can do, finish strong, take our time. We're getting good shots. We just got to concentrate and put them in.
And now Pella gets a steal, in case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
They have had a ton of opportunities, many of them from in close, just have not been able to put the ball in the basket. And a foul is called on Newton's Brooklyn Couples. 2-0 Pella, 5:12 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you got to like the looks we're getting. You got to think they're going to fall here pretty soon. I know Negg had a few of those misses the other night. It won't last long. She'll start putting those in.
Peterson to Negg on the post, through a double team and a kick out to Deers in the right corner, traveled. That's kind of the classic travel. Catch the ball, shot fake, and then you move your feet before you put the ball on the floor, and it's turnover number 2 for the Lady Dutch. 4:56 remaining here in quarter number 1. Pella 2, Newton 0.
Pella coming out in a little full court pressure.
And it does the job, John. They force a throwaway.
Yeah, it's one thing we haven't seen a lot of this year, really, but Pella, we've done a lot of that in the past. Lady Dutch have, so.
Whistle and a full timeout by Newton called that. Regardless, we got a minute, so we're going to step aside. It is 2-0 Pella. 4:45 remaining in the first quarter, live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Welcome back live inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIAKRLS.com. Out of the timeout, Madison Negg driving to the basket. Meg Callahan commits a foul. Negg misses the shot, but that was because she was hacked. Now she's shooting 2 free throws, the first of which rattles in and is good. As a team, Pella shooting 64% from the free throw line on the season. Madison Negg just above that at 66%. 3-0 Pella after the make.
That's one way if you're struggling a little bit getting baskets to fall, get yourself to the free throw line.
And both are good.
See the ball go through the basket, it kind of helps your confidence.
Oh, what a great start to a senior season for Negg. She's averaging 15 points and 5.5 rebounds per game. And there's another forced turnover. Kylie Talkie just into the game for Pella, coming off the bench, riding the defender to the far sideline, forced her to dribble off her hip and out of bounds.
It looks like Jasmine Emiga in the game too now.
So it's 4-0 Pella, 4:39 remaining in the first quarter, and it's a handoff from Vanderwall to Van Wyk. Around a defender, stops at the third block, bounce pass out to Talkie. Inside to Naminga, who never really had position, lost the ball, still loose on the floor, turnover, Pella. Should have waited for Naminga to seal off her defender before throwing that pass. Jasmine never really had a chance to get it. And now Newton in close, a shot that's up and no good. Offensive rebound, Callahan spins out, and then Naminga gets the rebound for Pella.
Yeah, good to see Jasmine rip that down. She's been a good rebounder for us, so we need to keep that going.
4-0 Pella, 4:04 remaining in the first quarter. Here's Negg at the top of the key off to the left side. Talkie on the wing, drives left side with the left hand. Double team comes over, leaves it off to Negg, draws another hard foul as she gets knocked to the floor. Looked like Negg was on her way up to the line. The officials agree. And 2 shots coming up for Madison Negg after the foul.
I wasn't sure she'd get that or not. It looked like she may have caught it as she was going through the lane, but got the benefit of getting the shot.
Well, that had clearly been continuation, with the big guys, but Negg gets the benefit of the doubt, makes the first free throw, and it's 5-0 Pella.
Thank goodness, too, because she had a wide open lane to the basket on an easy shot there. She wouldn't have got tripped up.
This is Lady Dutch basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIAKRLS.com. And Negg is a perfect 4 of 4 at the free throw line. She's the only person in the building that scored a point in this game. Pella 6, Newton 0. 3:54 remaining in the first quarter, and Pella with some pressure, knocked away by Van Wyk off of Reagan, out of bounds.
Yeah, Pella's pretty much man-to-man, full-court pressure right now, so Newton's having a hard time with it.
And it's now 6-0 Pella, and Newton gets it inbounds, dribbling it up into the front court, and out of bounds, stepped on the far sideline. Really struggling, John, against this Pella pressure.
Yeah, and that's exactly where you want to get that trap. Newton came right across half court, got the trap right there. There's really nowhere else to go, so it's great position there. 3:49
remaining in the first quarter. Pella 6, Newton 0. High post, Naminga snaps it inside to Madison Negg, works around her defender, flips it up off the window. No, Naminga had a hand on the rebound, lost it out of bounds. It's Newton ball, down 6. We are following all of the Little Hawkeye Conference games tonight on the Marion County Radio scoreboard, Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Pella Christian is at Grinnell tonight on 92.1 KRLS. Indianola hosting Dallas Center Grimes on 94.3 KNIA. And it's Norwalk hosting Oskaloosa just up the dial from our stream on the KNIA 3 stream. Newton another turnover. Jasmine Naminga cleans up the trash and lays it in. It's 8-0 Pella. So we'll bring you all of those scores throughout the night on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard.
Yeah, Pella really dictating the level of play right now, both offensively and defensively, putting a lot of pressure on Newton, really struggling with it.
3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Cardinals have the ball from right to left in red, black, and white. Post move Callahan, kick out to Roush. Now they swing it through Couples towards the top of the key. Left-hand dribble and a spin move. Reynolds was tied up there, had to pass it off to Couples. Ball bounces around to Callahan, and Van Wyk comes away with the steal. Great defense from Pella. Now can Van Wyk finish on the other end? Off glass, no. Fighting for the rebound, loose on the floor, collected by the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'd like to see Reagan just continue taking that to the basket rather than stopping. I think she had an angle there and could have drawn the foul.
And now an entry pass for Newton, and a shot is up and no good. That is Kaylee Manning.
I think part of that last one may be a little tired here. Reagan looks like she's getting a little winded. Might need a break here soon.
Well, she's got 6 rebounds and a steal in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. First shot by Manning is short, no good.
And on call there, she's coming out. Faith's coming in. Yeah, very, very great start for Reagan. I mean, everyone really, but she's particularly been really aggressive.
We do have a Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update at the end of the first quarter. West Marshall 8 and PCM 6. Both free throws are no good. And the rebound for Pella for Haley Van Vark. And now Lady Dutch on the offensive end with a drive by Talkie. Pulls up for a 10-footer that bounces off the heel of the rim, no good. And rebounded by Newton by Sophia Reynolds. 8-0 Pella. Newton still trying to get on the scoreboard with 2:20 left in the first quarter. Cardinals have the ball with a right-hand drive to the elbow. Stop there, pass out. Talkie goes for the steal, can't quite get to it. And so Couples has it. Look for a dribble handoff. Manning around a defender, off glass and in. Kaylee Manning wheels down the lane, and Newton finally on the board 6 minutes into the game. Up ahead, that's Deers. Her shot no good. Rebound is bounced out off of Newton, and it's Pella ball.
Yeah, it looked like Haley Van Vark got the offensive board there. Good to see her in the game, contributing.
Anna Vanderwall gets a rest. Reagan Van Wyk right back in off the bench after about a 30-second breather. 8-2 Pella, 1:52 remaining in the first quarter. Bounce pass into Peterson. Can't finish from in close. Fighting for and getting her own rebound. So another look for Pella for 3. Deers no good, and then it goes off the support and out of bounds. John, that's one area that Pella has really struggled with this year. They're under 30% shooting as a team, and even Faith has struggled to get it going. She should be their best three-point shooter. She's under 20% in the early part of the season. Here's a Newton 3 that's no good. Pella crashes the glass, and Reagan Van Wyk is just on a torrid pace.
Hey, you mentioned it. She got about a 30-second breather there. It's hard to keep someone like that out of the game if they're playing that hard and that kind of effort.
Talkie's pass to Van Wyk nearly tipped away, but Reagan comes down with it with 1:20 left on the first quarter clock, and Pella leading 8-2. Van Wyk double team, triple team now on the baseline, and steps out of bounds. Turnover Pella. We do have another Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. At the end of the first quarter, the Norwalk girls lead Oskaloosa 9-8.
Hanukkah Peterson just mentioned some names here. She's done a great job on the glass this year, too, and that's a nice offensive rebound again on the other end of the court.
8-2 is the score. Pella leads by 6 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Drive baseline right by Aurora Naring of Newton. She passed it back out and then gets the pass back in the corner. Right to left for the Cardinals, down by 6 in red, white, and black. Newton has it. Post up Manning around Peterson. Stops on the low block. Fires it towards the rim. And Reagan Van Wyk's record pace, 8th rebound of the first quarter. Could extrapolate that out. She's on like a 35 rebound pace, John.
She might get that what we were talking about.
Holy cow. She keeps this up anywhere close, it's going to send us digging towards the record books. Here's a shot by Van Wyk that's no good and rebounded by her number's sake, number 4, Audrey Roush for Newton. who fires a three. No good, heel of the rim. Deers had a hand on the rebound. It was poked away from behind and then controlled by Manning. The shot is no good, and Van Vark clears for Pella. And then the Lady Dutch lose it out of bounds, but it's touched last by Newton. With 11 seconds left in the first quarter, it is Pella 8, Newton 2.
Well, we talked about both teams being good rebounding teams. Pella's certainly controlling that so far, both offensive and defensive end.
12 seconds left in the first quarter, and Pella has the basketball. They'll inbound from the far sideline in the front court with Regan Van Wyk. She's got the ball, Naring defending. Looking for Anna Vanderwall, who collects it just inside half court. 10 seconds left first quarter. Vanderwall starts to attack. Gets a screen from Peterson all the way to the rim. No good. Rebounded by Naring, or Roush rather. And then she lost it out of bounds with 3 seconds left. Vanderwall forces the turnover after missing the shot. 3.7, and Vanderwall to trigger it in. Peterson at the free throw line. Catch and release jumper. No. Rebound, Regan Van Wyk. And what a fitting way for the first quarter to come to an end. Van Wyk puts it back up and in. And at the end of the first quarter, it's Pella 10, Newton 2. We'll be back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this on KRLS. Welcome back inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. Pella 10, Newton 2. 9 first quarter rebounds for Regan Van Wyk. As the Lady Dutch have out-rebounded Newton 14-11. Regan doing most of the glass cleanup for the Dutch. Here's a drive by Anna Vanderwall. Shot no good. Peterson fights for the rebound. Comes out of the pack with the ball. But the official says held ball, and it is Newton ball on the arrow. Team rebound for the Cardinals. Trevor Castle, John Holterhouse with you just past the bottom of the 6 o'clock hour. We're live at Newton High School for the, at least as of now, the final game of 2020 for the Lady Dutch. They were scheduled to play Knoxville on Tuesday. That game has been canceled. Here's a drive inside by Couples for Newton. Had a clear path to the basket. Defender comes over and bumps her. And the foul is called on the Lady Dutch to send Couples to the line. The first foul on Annika Peterson.
Yeah, but switched up the defense a little bit there. It went to a 1-2-2 full court defense, it looked like. They just got around and got behind us, kind of snuck up a little bit too far and got behind us.
First free throw is no good. Newton is 0 of 3 at the free throw line. On the other hand, Pella is 4 of 4. Now the Cardinals make, and it makes it a 10-3 game with 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Top of the key for Neg, a little bit overpassed, and she's able to tip it to Van Wyk. Right-hand dribble against this Newton zone. Back cut for Neg and overshoots her out of bounds.
Great look, great cut by Neg there. Annika at the top of the key, just a little bit overthrew it.
Pella with some pressure. And Newton, more token pressure that time by the Cardinals. Newton breaks it. Shot is up, no good. Good inside position by Callahan. Her second shot, no good. And Regan Van Wyk.
Yes, we got the board.
Holy cow. 10 rebounds for Regan Van Wyk. Neg is open in the left corner. Fires a left wing three after a dribble, no good. Rebounded by Naring for Newton. It might be the first three that Pella's put up tonight. A lot of inside shots, and as much of a struggle as it was to get those going, well, maybe they just figure let's put them up from outside.
Yeah, I think Faith might have shot one earlier. I'm not. Might have been a two earlier, but
Here's a three-pointer coming by Naring for Newton, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Couples and fouled by Vanderwall. And, it's 10-3, John, but if you watch the game, it feels like Pella should be up by 20. They're just kind of letting Newton hang around here. And, Newton puts a three in and, gets a stop and a bucket, and we got a one-score game.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that's kind of what I alluded to earlier. For some reason, when we come here in this gym, we just don't seem to put this game away. And it's got to feel like we will, or we should. We just got to get the shots to fall.
Yeah, Pella, clearly the better team right now, but it's not really showing through on the scoreboard, although it is 10-3. There's a missed shot that Nag rebounds for Pella with 6:03 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think we could easily have 20 points on the board pretty easily by now.
Here's Deers from the left corner for three. It's short, no good. Rebounded by Peterson. Newton just kind of standing around as Annika had the ball come to her. Now Vanderwall drives, attacks, scores, and draws a foul. That's what we've been looking for. Anna Vanderwall for 2 and 1 to try to give Pella a 10-point lead with 5:48 remaining in the first quarter. We do have a Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. End of the first quarter, Grinnell 16, Pella Christian 8. 11 turnovers in the first quarter for Pella Christian, and they find themselves down by 8. Here's the free throw by Vanderwall to complete the three-point play. It's good. The Lady Dutch are a perfect 5 of 5 at the line, and they lead 13-3.
Bringing that pressure back. There we go.
Dribbled off of Van Wyck's foot. Out of bounds off Pella with 5:42 remaining. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. The Lady Dutch kept Newton off the scoreboard until the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. That was the only bucket they scored in the quarter. And at the end of one, it was 10-2 Pella. Right now, it's 13-3 Lady Dutch. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
And we do have a whistle and a Pella Hy-Vee timeout as there was a foul by Madison Nag. Well, again, John, it seems like we're beating a bit of a dead horse here, but, for Pella offensively, they're having the opportunities. They've got their chances. They're getting pretty good looks near the basket. We saw Vanderwall cash in with the three-point play on that last possession. I think they just need to continue to attack. Eventually, those shots are going to start going down.
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't want to see them start settling for threes unless they're good open threes. They've been getting to the basket. That's a strength of Anna's there. She drove hard to the basket. Just finish it. Go through the defender if you need to. Get it up to the glass. Eventually, they're going to fall. Just keep attacking.
That was a Pella Hy-Vee timeout with the score Pella 13 and Newton 3. 5 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Newton from right to left, working it around the perimeter, controlled now by Reynolds. Drives to the free throw line, sends it back out to Roush. Drive and a kick into the corner, right underneath us. Reynolds for 3, no good, too strong. Vanderwall tipped the rebound and then tracks down the rebound for the Lady Dutch. 5:16 left here in the second quarter. Drive by Neg into the lane, travels. Got her feet tied up with one of the Newton defenders, hit the deck. The official doesn't bail her out and says it'll be Newton ball.
Again, nice strong drive to the basket, though. I think she was looking to pass that up. I think she could have taken that to the glass, too.
13-3 Pella. Reynolds into the front court for the Cardinals. Has to pass it back out near the half-court line. Now a 3 by Roush. No good. Rebound. And Naminga was there. And Reagan maybe getting a little greedy that time, looking for her 11th rebound. She knocked it out of Jasmine's hands, so it's Newton ball. 4:58 remaining in the second quarter. Pella 13, Newton 3.
You like the attitude. She just wants to own it, don't you?
Yeah, man. Wants every one of those balls. There's a shot that was no good, rebounded by Manning. And then Manning draws a foul, going to the free throw line for 2 shots on the foul by Naminga.
I tell you what, up until this point, I like how active we've been, both offensively and defensively, been very active. A lot of pressure in the half-court defense.
Yep.
Just want to see that continue. Got a little bit slower footed on that possession defensively there.
And that defense has led to some offensive opportunities, just haven't been able to cash in at the rate that we'd like to so far. But Pella leads by 10, 4:51 to go. Front end of a girl-boy doubleheader tonight here on KNIAKRLS.com. Manning makes the second free throw that makes it a 13-4 game with 4:49 left here in the second quarter. Vanderwall brings it into the front court with a right-hand dribble off to Peterson on the left wing. Tried to bounce it through 3 defenders, and it was stolen away by Newton. Not a good decision there. Mia Warner was the intended target, but had no chance to get that ball.
I think Mia had good position on her girl. Unfortunately, there's 2 other girls right in front of her, so that was too much of a force there.
Here's a drive and a shot that's no good. Rebounded by Callahan for Newton. Shot no good, and then a fight for the rebound. And a foul is called on Manning on a push-off. So Pella gets the team rebound there as Manning commits the foul. 4:20 remaining in the second quarter. 13-4, Lady Dutch. Got our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show coming up. Bounce pass to Peterson at the top of the key. Swing it right side for Talkie. Back to Peterson. They're going to let her shoot that all day. Nobody close. Now Neg, screen from Peterson. Around the screen. Drives down the right side of the lane. A little Euro step flip shot. No good. Callahan's been gobbling them up on the glass for Newton. That's her 6th. And Newton gets the ball down 9 with 3:50 to go in the second quarter.
Yep, Callahan's averaging about 10 a game. She's their leading rebounder, so that's you got to keep out of there.
Catch and shoot 3 for Sophia Reynolds. They can't buy a bucket. Rebounded by Roush, who drives and draws a foul on the floor on Pella. That's their 6th foul. Each team has 6 team fouls. So the next free throws will be bonus time for both squads. This one should not be. It's on the floor, and it's under the basket on a throw-in. End of the first quarter on a Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update, and it's Dallas Center Grimes 14, Indianola 8. Shot fake on a 3, drive into the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Warner for the Lady Dutch. And then a foul is called on Roush. That's free throws coming up for Anna Vanderwall, 1-1. Let's take a look at the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. We've got end of the first quarter scores across the Little Hawkeye Conference. Grinnell leads Pella 16-8. Norwalk over Oskaloosa 9-8. Dallas Center Grimes over Indianola 14-8. And our score is Pella 13, Newton 4, 3:29 remaining in quarter number 2. Free throw is good by Vanderwall. She'll get a second. That's the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank. With offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas, they're serving you and building community across the county. Second free throw, Vanderwall, is also good. Pella's a perfect 7 of 7 at the free throw line. And it's 15-4 Pella. We're looking for a substitution to come into the game.
Well, that's a good sign, seeing a 7% from the line. So I feel like we can get there all night the way we're getting in the lane. Some of those shots aren't going to fall. Maybe we get it that way.
That's right. More than one way to skin the proverbial cat. 15-4 Pella, 3:20 remaining in the second quarter. High post controlled by Naring. Drives down the left side, little step back 15-foot jumper, no good. Great seal off by Vanderwall to tip the rebound, and then Mia Warner controls. Right back to Anna, looking to push into the left corner. Long jumper on the way, short, no good. Rebound bounds out to the free throw line where Roush picks it up for Newton. And now the Cardinals have the ball down by 11, under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Knock away by Vanderwall, running out for the layup, up off the glass, and it rolls in for 2. Vanderwall turns a turnover into points, and it's now 17-4 Pella.
Nice finish. Did that all on her own there. Good man-to-man D, got the steal and took it to the hole.
2:35 left in the second quarter. And we've got a Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. Norwalk 23, Oskaloosa 16 at the end of the first half. There's a drive and a little shovel pass to Roush, and she lays it in. Just the second field goal for the Cardinals tonight. 17-6 Pella.
Yeah, I think Talkie may have just taken her eyes off her. She came from the top of the key down the lane. Didn't really see her.
Talkie drove, slipped, and traveled. Anna Childerson is into the game for Pella. Warner and Vanderwall now check out. So it's Talkie, Deers, Peterson, Neg, and Childerson for the Lady Dutch. They're wearing their green jerseys with the white letters and numerals. Tonight's colors of the game, as always, during this basketball season presented by Lampert Lumber. 1:59 left here in the second quarter. 17-6. Lady Dutch lead by 11. Right side drive, a little push off to clear up some space for the shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Faith Deers. She's the 8th different Pella player to collect a rebound in this game. Neg up and under and around her defender, off glass for 2.
Nice play, nice drive there by Neg. Just kind of turned and faced and took it right to the basket.
19-6 is the score in favor of Pella.
Again, tight half-court man-to-man defense.
High post. Callahan over 3 defenders, no good. And Faith Deers grabs another Pella rebound. Pushing it up the floor around a defender, takes it all the way. Faith draws a foul, gets knocked to the deck, and is going to the line.
Tell you what, I feel like we have that all night. It feels like we can get that drive down the lane. Free throws are starting to add up.
Free throw coming for Faith is no good. Well, for a quick moment here, I want to talk about tonight's creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. And, John, this is a Pella team that shoots about 17 three-point shots per game, and I think we've only seen them shoot 2 so far because Jared Garland and his staff and his players are recognizing some of the mismatches that they have inside and their ability to get the ball to the basket. They're just trying to take advantage of those. As here's a drive and a shot by Newton that's no good, and it's rebounded by Talkie. The 9th different Pella player to grab a rebound. Namminga has it just to the left of the top of the key. Right-hand dribble handoff to Deers. She's left open, snaps it onto the baseline for Van Wyk. Tried to get around her defender, but was sealed off. Back out to Peterson, top of the key. 50 seconds left first quarter. Pella by 13. Deers into the corner for Van Wyk. Screen coming from Faith. Step back, Reagan. Faith in the right corner. Posting up Namminga. Down to Peterson. Cutting to the basket. Off the glass and in. Terrific ball movement by Pella, and Peterson banks it in from 9 feet out.
I tell you, Namminga there was about demanding the ball. She didn't get the pass for a while, but it finally got in there. And Peterson was at the free throw line just waiting for the dump pass as Namminga got double teamed there. So great play.
Callahan on the other end with 2 for Newton. Now Van Wyk right wing for Pella. 10 seconds left. Pass is tipped. Might be a last chance for the Cardinals as here comes Ella Swartz in. Shot is no good, and the rebound stays with Newton on the team rebound. 4 seconds left. We'll finish our creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal when we get to halftime.
I don't think anybody's really in foul trouble right now, are we? Nobody with more than 1 or 2?
We've got 2 with Namminga. That's it. Here's an entry pass. Callahan draws a foul.
Just as I say that, Nig's girl sneaks behind her, and she kind of caught her on the shoulder on that shot.
So 2 shots for Callahan here. The first one is good. 21-9. Pella leads by 12 with 2.4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. First half, check that. Pella should get off maybe a half-court heave here. Second free throw is also good by Callahan. And the pass inbounds to Deers is tipped out of bounds. So that takes us all the way down to 0.7 seconds. Lady Dutch now unlikely to get a shot off that is of any significance here. Yeah, Peterson inbounds to Van Wyk. She takes a dribble, and that's the end of the first half. Our score.
Sure it's not 40-10? No, it is 21.
It feels like it could be 40-10. It is not, John. It is 21-10. We're just underway third quarter from live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on KNIA-KRLS.com. He's John Holterhouse. My name is Trevor Castle. Glad to be with you on this Friday night. Final Friday night of high school basketball. Christmas 7 days away. We talk about it at the half. Anna Vanderwall comes out and buries a high V3, and it's 24-10 Pella.
Well, Newton's came out in a tight man-to-man. Anna came off a good screen there on the top of the key and nailed it.
And now we have a whistle and a foul on Pella on the other end on Reagan Van Wyk, her first. So congratulations, Helen Rosa. Helen, you've won 50 cents on your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card with that Anna Vanderwall three-pointer. That's up to $10 in free gas. We invite you to stop by the Pella Hy-Vee and register for your chance to win during our next Lady Dutch broadcast in the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Radio 3-Point Challenge. And Reagan Van Wyk, hopefully she doesn't pick up fouls as quickly as she did rebounds in the first quarter. That's 2 fouls in the first 30 seconds of this quarter on Reagan Van Wyk.
I didn't really see what she did there. They must have called her for holding, coming off the pick or something. I didn't see that one.
Well, here she comes away with a steal. That's Newton's 10th turnover. Yeah, I looked down at the score sheet, John, and all of a sudden, foul Reagan. Here's Deers up in the front court, and a little 6-foot lean-in jumper from the right baseline is good.
Nice, relaxed, took her time there, settled in, and hit that shot.
Well, she realized that there was no defender around her, so take her time.
Right.
26-10 is the score.
No travel. Yep.
And the travel on Newton.
You know, so we talked about the misses in the lane, too. That's one thing you just got to try not to rush yourself. I mean, it's good to get to the basket hard, get to the basket fast, but then relax on the shot and get it off the glass and put it in.
We do have a Strawberry Cellular instant radio update. They're at halftime. Dallas Center Grimes 28, Indianola 24. So all of our Little Hawkeye Conference games are at or past halftime.
Good pass.
Wide open inside. Madison Nag on a pass from the high post from Annika Peterson. A great high-low double team there. Pella scored the first 7 in the first 90 seconds, and they've looked really good in building a 28-10 lead. There's a shot that's no good and rebounded by Faith Deers for Pella. Little Dutch, Lady Dutch looking to add to their hot start. Reagan Van Wyk thought about a right wing 3. Defender closed out, so she spins around her, drives, scoops, misses, and draws the foul.
I know, we've seen that high-low feed from between Annika and Neg a couple times tonight. That's good to see.
Foul is whistled on Victoria Reynolds, her 3rd. And now Reagan Van Wyk to the free throw line, where she is a 90% free throw shooter. And that didn't look like it.
It did not.
Did not.
I wasn't going to say it, but.
She's 18 of 21 now on the season as we get a whistle and a Pella Hy-Vee timeout.
That one hit that dead spot in the back of the rim there.
Yes. We've sung Reagan's praises a lot tonight, and she has really worked her tail off. So, we're just going to call it how we see it, and that was just not a great shot from the free throw line. She's got another one coming, though, out of this Pella Hy-Vee timeout. Let's run down the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard while we have a quick second. All of these are halftime scores. Grinnell 37, Pella Christian 13. Norwalk leads Oskaloosa 23-16. DCG over Indianola 28-24. And West Marshall over PCM 24-20. Our score in the third quarter, Pella 28, Newton 10. That's the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. All right, out of the timeout, second free throw coming for Reagan Van Wyk. On the way, much better.
Nothing but net on that one. That one looked better.
Free throw good, 29-10 Pella, and the Lady Dutch have started the quarter on an 8-0 run. High post. Bounce pass out of the right baseline for Newton. Shot is up, no good. Rebound bounces around to the lane where Faith Deers eventually comes away with it. Drive, kick, Van Wyk for 3, no good. Rebound, battled for and controlled by Naring of Newton. And then a bit of a silly foul by Faith Deers over the back. John, sometimes you just have to cut your losses and go play defense.
Yep, you do. You're right. We've taken, 2 or 3 threes this half already.
Yep.
We didn't do that in the first half, but it might be how we played the first half, too, because Newton's sagging off a little bit, and we're getting the open shots.
And Vanderwall made one earlier, and that was a wide-open look by Reagan. You want that one in rhythm.
It was a good shot.
Now Van Wyk comes away with a steal. Newton player threw it right to her. Drives, misses, and it's going back to the line. 2 more free throws coming for Reagan Van Wyk after the Newton foul is called on Brooklyn Couples, her 2nd.
There's one in the first half Reagan had just about like that, but she didn't finish it to the basket. Kind of stopped and passed it out. That was a good example of taking it in and getting to the line.
5:48 remaining in the third quarter, and Reagan Van Wyk knocks down the first free throw to stretch Pella's lead to 20 at 30-10. Second free throw, heel of the rim, no good. Pops out to Roush, her 5th board. And now Newton almost trying to push it. Stolen away by Pella. Van Wyk bounce pass to Vanderwall. Out to Nag. Catch and release 3, no good. Rebounded by Reagan Van Wyk, her 11th of the game. Deers right corner 3. No good. Van Wyk flies in for the rebound, tips it. Nag comes down with it and scores.
Relentless on the boards, getting all over it.
12 in a row, check that, 11 in a row to start the quarter for Pella, and they've built a 22-point lead. They've doubled their halftime advantage. Right corner 3 for Newton, yes.
I tell you, Newton might have got away with a little over and back there, too. It was really close. Looked like she stepped over the half-court line.
So Pella's 11-0 run ends. Vanderwall on the other end. Boom! Anna Vanderwall, the answer for three.
Is this the same game we were watching the first half?
No, it's not. And we have a whistle and a timeout. Just a 30-second timeout. In case you missed it, let's go over this, John. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. It was 21-10 at the end of the first half. Really bad shooting by both teams. Pella had a number of in-close looks that they couldn't cash in on. We talked at halftime about the lack of three-point attempts and actually how we applauded the offensive game plan. And here we come out in the second half, and in the first 3 minutes, Pella's outscored Newton 14-3. The offense has kicked it into gear, and they built a 22-point lead. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
And up 22, John, looking good.
Looking good, yeah. Yep. And that's what I was hoping. They'd establish the tempo and start this third quarter. But again, I think that first half may have opened up, our three-point line in the second half.
Newton with the ball inbounding, heading from near to far, or left to right, if you will. With the basketball, steal by Neg. That's the fifth Newton turnover. Neg running the other way, gets bumped from behind. Vanderwall picks it up after Neg lost it because she got nailed. Now Van Wyk for three from the left wing, no good, and rebounded by Newton. 35-13 Pella, 4:31 remaining in the third quarter. Newton has the ball wearing red, black, and white. Pella defending in green and white. Just to the right of the top of the key for Ella Swartz. They work it up high for Naring, now into the left corner. Swing it back out to Swartz with a right-hand dribble. Roush around a defender, picks up her dribble, guarded by Deers. Bounce pass inside to Couples, and Van Wyk blocks it out of bounds to Newton.
Yeah, Reagan actually got beat to the basket there. She lost her girl, but she recovered and was able to tip the shot out of bounds. It's Pella's ball. I thought we blocked it out.
They did give it to the Lady Dutch. You are listening to Pella High Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIAKRLS.com. Bank Iowa supports Pella High and Pella Christian Athletics by donating $10 to the Booster Club for every three-pointer during every home game this season. Go Lady Dutch from Bank Iowa. Pella turned it over. Newton misses the shot, and then Jasmine Naminga, who lost the ball on the offensive end, gets the rebound on the defensive end. Vanderwall hands it off to Kylie Talkie with 3:35 left in the third quarter. Neg drives to the elbow. Bounce pass to Naminga. Free throw line jumper. Yes.
That was a great pass. Great recognition by Madison Neg there. Saw Jasmine open at the elbow. Nice shot.
And defender came down to help out on the double team. Left Jasmine open. Popped the 15-footer. And now a whistle and a foul on Reagan Van Wyk. A riding foul, the third on the junior guard. All in this quarter.
We have seen some good ball movement tonight by Pella, I think. It's just good recognition of where the double team is and seeing the open player. And
we do have a Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update at the end of the third quarter. Norwalk 47, Oskaloosa 18. Pella gets another steal, and on the other end, Jasmine Naminga, a great pass from Kylie Talkie for two.
Jasmine got the steal on the other end of the court, pushed it up the floor, recognized that she was in traffic, pulled it out, and then got rewarded by getting the pass down in the paint.
39-13 Pella, double team on Manning, up and under, passes it back out, three ball on the way, well off the mark. Rebound battled for, grabbed by Manning. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Callahan and travels.
Got a little break there. Gave up about 3 offensive boards. Got a little bit lost in the shuffle, but got a break on the travel.
Couple of substitutions in and out for the Lady Dutch with 2:41 remaining in the third quarter. 39-13 Pella. They've built it to a 26-point lead.
Yeah, Warner back in the game, getting back to that depth a little bit as we got this lead back up there.
Here's Talkie from the right wing for three. No. Callahan, I think, over the back, crashing the boards that time for Newton. Warner had the position, and Callahan came flying in from behind. Yep.
Well, Talkie's a good-looking young player. Got a nice shot. I know her dad. I played a little basketball with her dad.
Gotcha.
He's always been a three-point shooter, so I'm sure she gets some of that from him. But yeah, it's a nice-looking player.
We've got a Pella Hy-Vee timeout, and the score is Pella 39, Newton 13. We'll be back in 1 minute live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, and Annika Peterson gets the pass and banks it off the glass and in for the 20th point of the third quarter for Pella. 2:15 remaining in the third. It's 41-13. Lady Dutch have built a commanding 28-point lead. Newton has the ball, controlled by Roush. Into the post, loose on the floor. Callahan had it for a second, picked up by Warner, and then she travels. So Newton turns it over, and then Pella gives it right back with exactly 2 minutes to go here in the third.
We won't get on them too hard for that travel turnover. It's good defense. Getting a lot of hands in passing lanes. And
Warner was also trying to tightrope the baseline.
She was, yeah.
Here's a three ball on the way for the Cardinals. No good. Great seal off by Annika Peterson for the rebound. Gets it off to Talkie.
Nice
ahead to
push.
Naminga down the lane. Just off the mark. No good. Peterson battling for the rebound and collects it for Pella. Another opportunity for the Lady Dutch, up by 28. Drive by Warner, 15-foot floater, short from the left baseline. Rebounded by Callahan, her eighth rebound for the Cardinals. 41-23, Pella leads, 1:29 left in the third quarter. And a jump stop travel by Newton. Substitutions in for Pella. Childerson and Warner out. So it's Vanderwall, Naminga, Deers, Talkie, and Peterson. And Talkie handling the ball into the front court. Deers drives and gets double teamed out to Peterson. Now Naminga for three from the top of the key. Short, no good. Rebound, Vanderwall had a hand on it, and it's grabbed in by Swartz for Newton with 1:05 left in the third quarter. Pella continuing to lead 41-13. Drive and a kick, open for Roush for three, no good. That was an air ball too strong and out of bounds to Pella. We do have a couple of Strauver Cellular instant radio updates at the end of the third quarter. It is West Marshall 35, PCM 33, and a final score, Southeast Warren has beaten Twin Cedars 49-30. Here it's 41-13 Pella, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Namming at the top of the key, looking inside for Peterson. Instead drives, lost the handle on it, and Vanderwall picks it up on the baseline. Snap pass inside to Peterson, who's instantly double-teamed, fights up a shot that's no good short, and rebounded by Roush. Fires it ahead into the right corner for Newton from left to right. Block shot Pella, out of bounds off of Talkie, who blocked it, and it's Newton ball. And Van Wyck and Nag back in for the final 12 seconds of the third as they replace the younger Talkie and Naminga.
Yeah, I think on offense, and Newton's kind of losing track of us when we get down on the baseline. Our post girls get down there and behind the defense. I think we can start looking for that. We get some easy inside shots.
Callahan on the inbounds, up and over Peterson for two. And the foul is called on Annika, her second. Just the second field goal of the quarter for Newton. Pella with an 11-0 run to start the quarter. And even with that basket, it's 20-5 Pella in this third quarter as they've really blown the game open. Free throw by Callahan gives her a team-high 7. And we have a whistle and a 30-second Pella Hy-Vee timeout. Front end of a doubleheader, game number 2 that's coming up. 2 of the 3 remaining undefeated boys teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Pella, Newton, and Dallas Center Grimes are the 3 teams that have made it through at 2-0. And Pella and Newton will send one of those teams to 3-0 and the other to 2-1. Interestingly, both teams played Ankeny earlier this week. Pella beating Ankeny and Newton losing to Ankeny Centennial, their only loss of the season against the 8th-ranked team in 4A, while Pella knocked off the defending 4A state champs.
Yeah, that was nice to see, and that was a fun game too. I wasn't there, but listened to that one and back and forth, and held the lead most of that one, I think.
Yes.
Actually. Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure. Somebody would have to dig way into the record books to find out, but Pella's beaten the defending 3A and 4A state champs in Norwalk and Ankeny back-to-back. Can't imagine that's happened all that often.
No.
7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pella ball out of the timeout. Deers long left wing 3, short no good. Rebounded by Vanderwall, but doesn't get a chance for another shot. And at the end of the third quarter, it's Pella 41, Newton 16. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes after this on KNIA-KRLS.com. Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA-KRLS.com. Meg Callahan, an offensive rebound and a putback for Newton to start the fourth quarter, and it's 41-18 Pella. Faith Deers, top of the key 3 off the front of the rim. No! And Annika Peterson, the putback rebound for Pella to stretch it back to 43-18.
The fellas come out with their starting 5 now this quarter. Look for them to do that for about 3 or 4 minutes and then start getting several players into this game.
I missed what happened there, John. Newton turn it over?
I did too, honestly. Sorry
that had to be what happened there because I didn't see any commotion around the basket, and all of a sudden Pella's inbounding it from the near sideline in front of the Newton bench. 7:13 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 43-18 Lady Dutch lead. Live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Well, interesting. We're doing a 4-out, 1 in.
Peterson for 3. Boom! Annika Peterson, a big smile and a round of applause from the bench.
I was just about to say that. So we're doing a little 4-out, 1 in. And interesting, we got Annika up there at the top of the key, and she's been open a couple times. I wasn't sure if she's going to take that or not.
There's another turnover by Newton. It leads to Madison Nag all the way in. Misses with the right hand. Peterson gets the rebound and bounce passes it out to Van Wyk. That's the first 3 for Peterson this year. She's 1 of 4 behind the arc. And now Nag drives and kicks to Vanderwall, who's got a team-high 13 points. Nag right behind her with 12, trying to retake the lead, and does! Nag from downtown. All of a sudden, Pella is reining them in. 49-18 Lady Dutch.
It's a good, confident shot there by Madison.
And a turnover by Newton. Well, folks, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, a bit of a slow start. It was 10-2 Pella at the end of one, 21-10 at halftime. Lady Dutch controlled the first half, but really struggled to take control, and they have really put the clamps on Newton here in this second half. The Lady Dutch have outscored Newton 28-8 since intermission, and they lead 49-18. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Missed shot by Pella, rebounded by Newton with 5:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. Long two-point jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Anna Vanderwall off the Newton miss. Push it ahead to Neg. Layup in stride is good.
Kind of finishing it off now. Look for Jared to go with this lineup for another 30 seconds. And we're going to get a lot of players in this game. There they come.
5:35 to go in the game, and it's 51-18 Pella. One more bucket puts the running clock on. Well, maybe not so fast. Newton for three with Reynolds. Her first field goal of the game. Now Neg, they caught Newton napping on the other end, and Neg missed it. And maybe a little nonchalant that time for Madison. No good on the shot. Couples gets the rebound. Newton brings it into the offensive front court, working underneath the basket. Drive and a kick. Long range three again is good for Couples. So back-to-back threes, and it's 51-24 Pella. And Neg thought about a three, drives through two defenders and lays it in. Boy, Newton is just really flat-footed defensively, John.
I feel like they've just lost any energy that they may have had. They're just not giving us any defense to the basket whatsoever right now.
Timeout on the floor.
But they have hit a couple threes to make it a little bit tighter in the last two possessions.
We do have a Stravers Cellular instant radio update, and it is a final score, Norwalk 60, Oskaloosa 21. So Norwalk gets the win. Looks like Grinnell and Pella are well on their way to wins in girls action. And the only one that's really in doubt in the league, Indianola and DCG. Maybe the best two teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference this year when it's all said and done. It was a 4-point game at halftime. No updates since then.
Yeah, I was curious how that game was going to go. That's Pella played Indianola really tight. That's one of our tight games in our three losses. And DCG, I think we've got right after the break.
Yeah, we have Oski right away, and then DCG on the Friday coming out of the break as well.
Right. That'll be a fun game.
Knock on wood, we hope. You know, that's 3 weeks away, John, and in 2020, even into spilling into 2021, a lot can change in a moment's notice.
It can. You know how many games have been canceled, whether it's the NFL season or in some of this college basketball going on. A lot of games have been canceled, so you're right. You never know if you're going to play it or not.
And Pella's gotten bit by the COVID bug for the first time, not because of the Lady Dutch or Little Dutch, but their game against Knoxville has been canceled on Tuesday because of COVID. Mm-hmm. All right, out of the Pella High V timeout, it's 53-24 Pella and another Newton turnover. Lady Dutch poke it away from behind, but they say last touched by Newton. It's now gone final. They're at Grinnell on a Stravers Cellular instant radio update. Final score, Grinnell 59, Pella Christian 21.
Yeah, and it looks like we went 5 for 5 on that last substitution. Getting a lot of girls in the game here.
Van Vark has it now, hands it off to Talkie just inside the right elbow, leans in and scores from 12 feet.
That smooth Talkie shot there.
That makes it 55-24, Pella by 31, just about halfway home in the fourth quarter. Now Couples being guarded by Talkie, up to Reynolds at the top of the key. That three-pointer is no good. Ball loose on the floor. Manning leans over. Not sure who that is. That's Namiga on the deck for Pella. Manning tied her up, and it's Lady Dutch basketball.
Well, Jasmine had fallen down. She was just kind of laying there, and the ball rolled right to her. It's like, I'll take it. Yeah.
Look what I found. Yeah. 55-24, 4:03 left in the fourth quarter. Pella by 31 with the ball. Talkie, Van Vark, Warner, Namiga, and Childerson on the floor. Anna lost the ball, gets it to Namiga. Now Talkie, give and go. Namiga backing her way in. Hook shot off the glass and no good. Battling for the rebound and a foul called on Jasmine. Manning will get credit for the rebound and Jasmine with the foul.
Like to see that aggressiveness, though. Jasmine had a nice strong post up, took the ball hard. Got a little hook shot in there, but it was a good shot.
3:44 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And a steal. This is Childerson. Great pass to Warner for the layup. A steal by Childerson, and then the pass, and Warner pays it off on the other end with her first points of the game. And we have a whistle. And the official thought that he heard Newton calling for a timeout from the bench, and the bench said, no, we didn't say anything. 57-24. Both teams will take the opportunity to make the substitution there.
Looks like we got Van Zee in the game now.
Yep.
Another sophomore.
Eliza Van Zee.
Eliza Van Zee, several sophomores in this game tonight.
And let's see what happened there. I was looking down at the roster. Eliza has not made it into the stat sheet yet. She's on the floor now with Pella leading 57-24, 3:11 to go. There's a drive and a foul on Pella. And they may have caught Van Zee. She was down in the fracas, and there's the foul.
Yeah, I actually don't think there's any contact there, but whenever you slap at it a little bit like that, the official sees that, and he's just going to assume it happened.
First free throw no good as we take a look at the road ahead. And John, as of now, the next game for both Pella teams is Tuesday, January 5th. Pella at Oski. The two teams were scheduled to play at Knoxville on Tuesday night, but as we mentioned, because of some COVID concerns in the Knoxville area, and it's really kind of running rampant, so to speak, within the South Central Conference that Knoxville plays in. They were supposed to play Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont tonight. Those games got postponed. Pella Christians playing EBF on Tuesday. That boys game got canceled. So, the South Central Conference really kind of being hit hard, and that affects Pella because Pella and Knoxville supposed to play on Tuesday. They will not. Here's a rebound by Talkie after a Newton miss. Van Vark battling for the ball. It's still in and eventually picked up by the Cardinals.
Thought that ball was going out of bounds about 3 times, but they're able to save it in.
Newton ball with 2:39 remaining and a 57-24 Pella lead, fourth quarter action. Both teams have gone into their bench a bit. Swartz with a shot that's no good and rebounded by Childerson for Pella, and then a foul is called on Newton. So anyway, that's what's going on with the Lady Dutch and the Little Dutch. Tuesday, January 5th, Pella at Oski is the next action. So they've got a long time between now and then to get ready for the second half of the season. The road ahead has been presented by Two Rivers Cooperative. Keep your vehicle running smoothly on the road ahead by filling up with Cenex top-tier detergent gasoline at the Two Rivers Cardtrol pumps in Pella and Otley, celebrating 100 years as a local farmer-owned co-op.
Maddie Schmidt's into the game now.
And there's a drive and a floater. Oh, and it's just off the mark, no good. Fighting for the rebound, and that's Van Zee that controls.
And Kennedy Van Vark. I think she may be our first freshman in tonight, isn't she?
Yeah, yes. She's wearing number 32. She's the one that just missed the shot.
Good to see a lot of girls get on the floor tonight.
And Van Zee trying to get a steal and does. She's able to wriggle it free, and then Van Vark comes away with the basketball for the Lady Dutch. 3-ball. Childerson for 3. Boom! Anna knocks it down.
I tell you, I've been around her enough to know that's not unexpected of her. She's a good shooter.
And Childerson makes it a 36-point game. So while there's just a minute 38 left, it is running clock as we've crossed the 35-point mark. It's 60-24 Pella. Newton for 3. That's way off the mark and rebounded by Pella with Van Vark.
Yeah, Anna's got a lot of good fundamentals about her. Good ball handling, good shooter. She gets opportunities. She's
Up ahead to Van Zee. She scores but traveled. She caught the pass, tried to plant herself, but her back foot drug behind her and she traveled. Too bad, because that was a great pass and she finished it for 2. Just had the travel in between.
Did everything right except that little drag there. It's
60-24 Pella. Under a minute to go. Newton shot no good and rebounded by the Lady Dutch with Mia Warner. Some big rebounding numbers being put up by both teams tonight. Here's a drive and a shot, and it's good for Maddie Schmitz for 2. 62-24 Pella.
Good, solid defense.
Knock away by Childerson. tie up.
We must be in that running clock now, huh?
Yes, we are. Yep. That was Newton's 25th turnover of the game and probably their last one because we're down under 15 seconds to go in the game. And Coach Garland, they going to put up one last shot, or is this it? Down to 5 seconds.
He'll hold it.
Almost lost the ball out of bounds. And the clock now ticks down to triple zeros. A dominating second half.